next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. On the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. He's decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
The extra point in.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
26. Shit. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series, let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
But it's 4th down.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, Packers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long.
And it's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. On play action, it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady steps away to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So no surprise if Vinatieri able to convert there. He is, of course, the owner of the NFL record for most postseason field goals.
Hard to believe he was undrafted coming out of college. And now here he is into his 40s, and he's still one of the best kickers around.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their... own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. A couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Down, Packers.
Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's St. Brown of the jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional run. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Vita Vea, his 2nd sack of the night.
2nd down.
To try again after the sack, Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Evans, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Hey, Alabama.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. On the return, it's Ryan Smith. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The 29-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's incomplete.
Brady's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Brady now on 1st down. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Brady again. That's caught by Howard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
On the carry.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brady sacked.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Rolling to his right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette his second touchdown of the night as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
The week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Bucs take over.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit it. There's the penalty.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers.
The ball carrier.
Aaron Jones, 36 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Here's Smith to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Packers 8. Adam Vinatieri.
Here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Now Rodgers.
4-yard line.
Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. That's out to the left and complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Now a first down carry by Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
With the handoff to Aaron.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
45-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw here. And he finds Howard complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.